This is Sam Storm.
Oh yeah, man. I like to give a shout out to I got four dads, almost similar to my mother's situation. But I give a shout out to my dad. I call him Daddy Trey. They gonna get my namesake for legal purposes today. So you know what I mean. Daddy Trey, he's my real father or whatever. So shout out to him. I mean, just showing me how to be a man. You know what I mean? All these fathers that I have in my life, they've all shown me different points of how to be a man, you know what I mean, and what the know-how is, and this and that and third. So shout out to him. Actually, my first driver lesson was from him. That's what's crazy. And he claims that I messed up his Ford Ranger. You know what I mean? So it's to be debated. You know what I'm saying? He got another one anyway. But my second dad, pretty much my grandfather, Papa Vito. So he actually, my dad was in Georgia, and I grew up in Michigan, of course. But just to kind of fill in that gap with my dad, it's like not visiting or whatever, like just normal day to day. My grandfather, he filled in some of those voids and stuff like that. So shout out to him. I'm definitely like his third son. He's definitely adopted me into his I guess his kid type things, because he definitely allows me to call him dad. I actually call him dad. So shout out to him. Shout out to my uncle. Now I'm actually named after him. You know what I mean? So I'm actually Scotty Mack Jr. You know what I mean? So shout out to Scotty Mack, my uncle. He's definitely one of those ones that's definitely put some things in my life that I definitely needed to be a man and all this other stuff. Plus music, you know Uncle Scotty, you know how you get down, right, with the music too. Yeah. So shout out to Uncle Scotty. Just man, so many lessons. My next one is my Uncle Derek. Met him later on in life, and when we linked up or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, I started spending time with him. I quickly became another one of his sons too. So I have him to say thank you to, as far as showing me the ropes on a lot of things. And like I said, they all have different points of showing me how to be a man. So shout out to them. Shout out to all my uncles and my godfather, and shout out to Sandstorm, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy to even say Happy Father's Day, because I'm thinking about when we was kids, just you know what I'm saying, playing and all this other stuff, and now I'm like, Happy Father's Day, bro. Yeah. So Happy Father's Day to y'all, and yeah.
So for me, let me see. So I guess the first one would actually go up to my grandfather. He's passed away long ago. But that one, he was really so I wasn't really close with my own father. So I was closer with my grandfather, even though he lived in Detroit. Spent a lot of time with him and my grandmother and stuff, and he showed me a lot of things. Fishing, I still hate fishing. Fishing, just a whole bunch of different stuff. And if you talk with any of my relatives and you just like tell me some stories about grandpa, that you can go on for days, man. And what's so funny is, and I laugh to this day every time I see this scene, is that that Kevin Hart stand up where he's talking about his grandfather, and talking about when's the last time he got some. So, and that not that particular point, not that particular part, but the part after that, when he talks about his grandfather standing in the door, is like, dang cat in the bowl, get out the bowl. That is my grandfather all day, all day. That is him. He was standing in front of the door, and my grandma, yeah, exactly. And that's why it's so much funnier to me. My grandmother, his name is Eloise, and he would stand at the door. Southern man too. You see these kids over here, Eloise, look at this, Eloise. Get out the bushes. That's him all day. Get off my bush! Get off my! And he was standing there right at the door. He wouldn't open the door. He won't walk through the door. He'd be yelling from the other side of the door while it's closed. Get out my bush! You know, like him all day, man.
Oh,
So
man.
love to him. Vito's grandfather too, Grandpa Wilson. Um, he he was somebody who, um, like, I grew up with, like in the church, outside the church. Just the knowledge and stuff that he passed on. That was my pastor too, by the way. We talking about talking on that lines. Um, who else? I think I was the first dad out of all of my my friends. I
Mm.
want to say. So shout out to my brother Brendan,
Yeah.
um, who comes on here every now and then. I'm sure he'll probably jump in if I tell him, hey, yo, we got another podcast going on. But shout outs to him. He's he's a he's a dad who I don't want to say this like in a, offense, but he has two girls. Where I have a boy and a girl, so
Yeah.
like I got the balance thing. Like he's
Yeah.
in a
You're a girl
household,
dad. You're
yeah.
a girl dad. Yeah.
He's in a
He's a Kobe.
household full of women, and I don't envy that on in any part. I know it takes a lot of work because I just have one, so
Yeah.
um, definitely shout outs to him for all the hard work and everything that he puts in, and it shows him, you know, shows his daughters, you know, how a male role model should be. Uh, so that was our icebreaker. Nice, soft, and nice, short and sweet.